We made our mistakes, as you always do in the first game, with little fundamentals. But overall, I can't be more pleased. But now we're going to play a whole different type of ball club, a team that, watching them on tape, doesn't take but 8 or 9 seconds every possession to shoot. So it's we got to be ready for that, but we'll enjoy this win.
Rick, on Friday, you said you didn't think this team was necessarily ready for the start of the season, and given the way you guys played tonight, did it surprise you at all?
No, I think the 2 exhibition games really helped us a lot. 2 excellent teams that got us ready with 2 different styles of play. I think that was a big key. It's sometimes you pick up a stat sheet and wonder who plays well. Tonight, Dylan Darling had 6 points, but he gave a dominating performance. Dominating. And just the way he played, both ends of the floor, he was dominating. So it was a good win. They're a much better team than what you saw at Quinnipiac. But our guys just were very intense and very ready to play.
Rick, what specifically did you like about Darling?
About who?
Darling.
I just thought he took over the game from a tempo standpoint, got in the lane, found people, was tough on defense, made some mistakes in the first half by letting them reject screens, but thought he was terrific. Our first half defense was outstanding. Our second half wasn't as good. I don't think they made a 3 in the first half. I'm not sure. But this is a 3-point shooting team.
Rick, you got on the mic there, during the pregame ceremony, and you talked about we're after the ultimate ring, the ultimate goal, a national championship. Do you think that kind of your reasoning behind that? And
my message was that you don't look at a national championship. My message was you look at every day as a gift to get better, and then someday you potentially could wear a ring. That was the message, not to think national championship, but to think of today.
So, Rick, you said after the Michigan game that you think the team's biggest struggle was the guards rebounding. How do you feel tonight after a game where the guards altogether totaled over 10 rebounds?
Well, I thought Dylan Darling did a good job. I think Joson tried. Ian's got to get better at that. He's got to get better at other things than just scoring. But he is such a great learner, such an incredible young man that he'll get it. He'll get steals, he'll get assists, he's just an incredible young man that I've always said it, he has the most upside on the team.
Rick, a couple things.
Roger.
Yes, a couple things. First, the way that Hopkins and Ejiofor pass to each other, is that something that you've been looking for, and is that a thing that you liked?
Well, Bryce is playing the small forward position, and I'm just trying to make him an alpha dog. You see plays of brilliance from him, but I want him to do it every second of every minute that he's out there. When he gets that, I think you could have one of the premier players in the country. And he's working at that, getting better at it. Certainly going to have to be one of the better players in the country come Saturday.
And Rick, the pregame ceremony, how rewarding was it for you to see these guys get the rings and to look at the banners and see the way that your fans reacted to you thanking them for all the home victories?
I think it's a special season. The second season, we thought we should have made the tournament the first year. We got better and better and better. We didn't. We took it to a new level. It's difficult because you don't have all your players back. You have a whole new team building a new culture, new mentality. But that's the nature of our game today. Everybody goes through that, with the exception of maybe like a UConn that has 3 or 4 starters back. Everybody goes through that. It was very rewarding. But the lesson I would try to tell my guys is, I told them this the other day. I said, for the last 15 years, I said I was retiring after the year. Last 15, I kept saying, this is my last year. Because I say that to convince myself to coach as if my job is on the line every single day. And I've never thought about retiring because I'm having some, but that was my mentality. I tell them all the time, play this game as if it's your last second, your last possession, your last game, and you're going to get the rewards. And they're doing that right now.
Coach, you talked about Darling tonight. Talk
about
about
who?
the tenacity of Dylan Mitchell and Josan Sanin, who also seemed to bring a level of fire and energy tonight.
Josan's one of the more gifted talents I've coached. And I've coached a lot of great ones, a lot of first round, a lot of lottery picks. But he's got great talent. He's just got to learn more defensively, learn more about the game. But as far as talent's concerned, he's big time, really big time. I started Ian tonight because I needed to get Oziah off the defensive point guard. I needed Ian's defense. He's very good on the ball, not as good off the ball. So we always start people for defensive matchups more than offensive matchups.
Rick, you guys were up by 20 at halftime, and Dylan Mitchell said you guys went into halftime with the mindset that it's 0-0. What do you think about, the mindset of Dylan Mitchell out there, or the other players too?
We just talked about winning every 4 minutes. I told them, it's very difficult playing with a lead. Referees ref the lead sometimes. Players, the other team is just going to drive. And I thought we did as good a job as I've seen since I've been at St. John's with playing every 4 minutes. Their intensity and their mentality was awesome tonight.
Hi, Coach. College basketball season has officially begun. What are you most excited to learn about this team as the season begins and gets going?
Well, this schedule is a bear, but I'm not going to think of the next opponent until the next day and just play it one game at a time. Last year we were down 4 to the Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac's a much better team than you saw tonight. Much better. They've got really good players who can put it on the floor, shoot the hell out of it, get to the foul line, but they ran into a team that just was ready to play tonight at all phases of the game. So I'm just looking forward to we're off tomorrow, Wednesday's practice. I don't have any grand plans.
Rick, 2 more things. You mentioned Jackson. He didn't play maybe his best basketball in the 2 exhibition games, but if you take a look at his stat line, and the 3-pointers, how do you feel about the progress he made since then, and to what do you attribute that?
He does one thing that I don't know why he makes this mistake, but he does it once every practice, once every game. He just comes down the floor and for no rhyme or reason gives the other team the ball. He does it every practice and every game. He did it tonight, if you remember. And I tell him, I said, look, I'm going to give you the best advice I can give you as a coach. This is my 52nd year of coaching. I told him this yesterday. You're wearing a white jersey. Don't give it to the red jersey. Do you understand? He said, that's the best advice you can give me? I said, yes, stop just giving the ball away. And he does it once a game, once a night, once a practice. Outside of that, he's growing. He's got to be more physical on the backboard. He's a very willing passer, although I probably didn't have an assist tonight or a steal. He's a much improved defensive player. He's lightning quick. He can shoot it. So I'm very pleased with Ian. And he's the most unbelievable kid that's gotten so many accolades. He's such a great guy. So he's improving, getting better.
The other thing I was going to ask you is about Sellers. He's been a terrific 3-point shooter. He didn't look for his shot a lot at the beginning of the game. Do you think that he's being responsible and named the point guard makes him look for his shot less, or do you just think the shot wasn't there for him?
No, you saw the scrimmage where he played point and scored 30 points. I just think all these guys are very unselfish. He took a 3 that was about a foot behind the NBA 3. I think teams know he's a great shooter, and they try to take it away. But the one thing I think you readily see is our athleticism. Even KO's dunk at the end of the game, his missed dunk. I mean, we're very athletic. I don't know who the best jumper is in the team. There's about 7 of them. I don't know who gets up the highest, but they can really get above the rim.
Rick, I had two things for you. You didn't start Ian to the second half. Was anything behind that after you started the game?
No, I just thought that Josan had it going a little bit scoring wise. Wanted to get him out there, and I didn't want Ian to get his third right away. We had a big lead, so I didn't have to worry about who to put on the point guard. In the second half, I was just trying to see some matchups, see how they played together.
And just, were you surprised at all at how well you played tonight? I mean,
Well, I didn't expect a 108-74 outcome. Yes, so from an outcome standpoint, but I really thought the two exhibition games got us ready for tonight. Where last year I don't think that was the case, but I think this got us ready. And I thought the Michigan game was excellent. It'll get us ready for Alabama. But Alabama is the most unique team to play against in the country. I've played against them twice, once in the NCAA with Iona, and then once in the regular season with Iona. And it's a track meet. Fortunately, I think we can play that style. We're looking forward to it. They're very well coached. Nate's a good friend of mine, so we're looking forward to it.